Hello guys, Turbo Valtrick here, back with another video, and today we have another Beyblade Burst Turbo episode review. Today we have the first episode of the the second part of the season, episode 16, Epic Voyage Battleship Cruise. So before we start off this review, I'm just going to say there will be spoilers in the video on the episode, which most of you probably have seen it since this came out late in February, early March in America. But if you guys do not like spoilers, and I recommend clicking off this video if you haven't seen it and you don't like spoilers. If you have seen the episode or you don't really care for spoilers, you can stay. But if you want to watch the episode, you can find it on Disney Now in America, Teletoon on Demand in Canada, and you can find it on the Beyblade Burst channel if you live anywhere, like if you live in somewhere that's in an English country that's not America and Canada, or you can use a VPN. They'll find it. But anyways, so we are going to be reviewing the first episode of the Battleship Cruise arc, Epic Voyage of Battleship Cruise. So let's get into this video. So we do get a previously of the previous episode where Iger defeated Louie, and then Fi defeated Iger right after. We get into the Battleship Cruise. Iger's already boarded, and it's like probably his first morning on the Battleship Cruise. He wakes up, and then we see Achilles. He's walking down the hallways, and then we see Iger on the Battleship Cruise, and we see that the Battleship Cruise is going live, and we see Chris, who is the director of the cruise, and we discover that we see the bladers who are in it, which is Heijin, Suo, and Ranjiro, besides Iger. Iger's in it also, and then we find out that Laban is also participating in the cruise, and we also do see Fi, and we find out Laban is actually a blader because he has his vice leopard, which is introduced in the episode later in the episode, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so Fi is in it, and we also find out we'll be getting into 3 mystery bladers, which we will get into the first one in the next episode, but we're not going to be talking about today. Anyways, so we do get into an introduction of Fi, and we find out the winner of the Battleship Cruise will be able to battle the world champion Vault. And Vault gets nervous when going on stage because he's had this since season 1. We're going on stage and talking to people. He'll get a little nervous, but he gets over this and tells everyone he can't wait to battle them. Anyways, they introduced the Bay Stars. And then they introduced the Turbo Stadium, which in Japan it was known as the Slingshot Stadium. But we get into the Turbo Stadium, where it's pretty much just a standard stadium, though it has rails on the sides, 2 rails for each side. And anyways, we get into who's going to be battling each other in the first battle. The first battle of the cruise, which is going to be a three-way battle, which is Ranjiro versus Fi versus Heijin for the first round. The second one is Iger versus Suo versus Laban. Anyways, so Iger tells Ranjiro about how he beat Fi in the previous. Well, he battled Fi and then he lost to Fi. He didn't beat him. But anyways, we get into the at the Bay Club place where Tobisuke and Gumina they were missing, and they were about to miss Ranjiro's match. Anyways, we get into the first battle. Fi versus Ranjiro and Heijin. Anyways, so they launch into the stadium, and Phoenix is riding the rails, and they end up clashing into each other. Though all the bays, Ranjiro's Rocktavor and Heijin's Hercules, they burst, and something came off of Phoenix. Well, in this previous episode, we discovered that Phoenix has this function where it will remove the outer armor instead of removing the energy layer first. Anyways, so the energy layer has an armor around it, and it ended up removing the layer, and it was discovered that Phoenix won just without the armor on it. And so the first round goes to Fi, and he has his first Bay Star. Anyways, we get into seeing Iger. He has to use the bathroom, and then he runs off. He hears something, and then he goes and bounces on his bed, And we find out that Naru had snuck onto the Battleship cruise, and also Tobisuke and Gumita had also. Which they are running away. We do see Angie, who was introduced in the previous season. So she was the mother of Kit Lopez. But anyways, they get to stay on. Chris lets them stay on the Battleship cruise. And anyways, we get into the next battle. Iger, Suo, and Laban. We see Vault how he talking about Iger, how he made his father made Wonder Veltrick, and he was getting stronger, and he can't wait. He can't wait to battle in the stadium. Anyway, so Iger's getting heated up. They all launch into the stadium. All start to clash into each other, though they all go blow away, and then anyways, we do get into Leopard's avatar attack, Vice Leopard, and then all of the bays go into their avatar attacks. Leopard goes in and uses Howling Bite on Salamander. No, wait, knows Achilles, and then blows it. Okay, wait. Okay, so it blows in Achilles, uses Howling Bite on Achilles and blows it away. Achilles ends up clashing into Salamander and bursting both of them, which leaves Laban being the winner of their battle and getting the base star. Anyways, so he was also called Beast King, and then later in the episode, in the day, Vault and Chris are leaving on a plane. Iger is getting super hyped up, and then yeah, so that's going to end it off for the first episode of Beyblade Burst Turbo. Beyblade Burst Turbo Battleship Cruise, or episode 16 of the season. If you guys did enjoy this review, well, anyway, wait. So, next time we will be reviewing episode 17, Sword of the Legendary Hero, which we will be getting into another new character into the series and another new bay. Anyways, so yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, please subscribe, please follow me on social media, which links will be in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.